Hello, welcome to April 29th, 2023. My name is Kurt, and this is my daily Good Life meditation video. This exercise is something that I do every morning, a little bit after waking up. Well, this morning a lot after waking up. It's 5:11 a.m. This is the latest I think I can ever recall doing this on this video. I slept in a little bit this morning, just feeling a little bit under the weather. Feeling a little bit better right now, but just felt a little touch of something when the alarm went off at 4, and I just turned it off and went back to bed for another 45 minutes. But now we're up and rolling. I do this exercise, this daily video, and sometimes I don't make a video. Sometimes I just do it in my head. I do this in order to recount and think about, at minimum recount, better yet, to think about something I call the Good Life Creed, which is my catalog of objectives and principles that I use to live a better life, all of which are detailed in my book, Going Alone. So I do this, I think about them. I think first I think about the last 24 hours, and I try to remember any challenges or opportunities that I encountered that in particular that stood out and how I handled them. And then I do the Good Life Creed, recite it, think about it. Today I think I'll just recite it. And then I finish with a forecast for the next 24 hours and plan for how I'm going to handle any challenges or opportunities that I can see rising with the sun. First, last night and yesterday. I slept well last night. I was in bed on time, maybe a little later than usual, maybe a half hour later than usual. Maybe that's why I wasn't feeling so good. Slept all right. I was up before the alarm again, but it wasn't that anxious feeling of being up. It was that anticipatory feeling of being up. The good type of waking up early, looking forward to the day. I like that. With not any particular thoughts in my mind, but just subtly listening to the night sounds outside, the early morning sounds, the sound of the waves in the distance. I like that. Yesterday was a challenging day. I had some challenging things happen at work, and I used my principle of script writing to forecast how I was going to handle those situations, and I did a good job. Maybe a little bit over the top in terms of maybe I prepared a little too hard. I'm not good at masking what I'm doing. I can't have internal operations that don't show up on my face. So I think in the course of the events during the day, it was pretty clear that I was working at it, so to speak. But that's better than not having the self-control that I need to be a good not insubordinate, but and subordinate person at work. And I pulled it off. And it was a good day. It was a great week, hard week. Achieved some important goals over this week. Another important milestone for my big project. That makes me feel good. Doing my job, fulfilling my duty, always yields good feelings. With that, let's do the Good Life Creed. Oh, just one more thing I want to point out. Had the most delightful time yesterday with my wife at lunchtime in the evening and during dinner with our walks, our dog walks and our dinner together. Been thinking a lot lately about, and I know I get feedback from people, they don't like hear me talk about this, but it's important to me. About death. In particular, and I talked to Yumiko about this during our second walk yesterday. I just saw an ad on social media yesterday for some reason about Parkinson's disease, and it reminded me that my grandmother died of Parkinson's disease, and I was old enough to remember her going through that, and the bodily shakes and all that comes with that. And during our walk, I told Yumiko, I'm as scared as I am to retire, and for all that that entails. It's one thing to change countries. It's one thing to move to a new house. It's another thing to give up work. I said, as much as I'm scared of that, and it would be easier just to hang on, I'm gainfully employed, and so is Yumiko. It would be so much easier just to hang on to this, and for another decade, maybe at least another 5 years. But and Yumiko has her family things that loom. But I'd rather cash out soon for less. Exit the casino, so to speak, with my pockets full, not brimming, but full. Then, and have a chance to watch the sun go down the desert, outside the Las Vegas casino, so to speak. If you follow my simile, my analogy, my model, my example. I don't want to die in the casino. So yeah. December 16th, 2024. That's it for me. May 23rd, 2024. That's it for Yumiko. The only thing that will hold me back is if my daughter's not ready for me to leave. And that's no way a problem. Emma, if you see that, that is no way a problem. In fact, you'll be doing me a favor, because I'm scared. I'm really scared. I would love to grasp onto some straw of rationale to postpone this scary jump. I hope I'll have the courage to go through with it, assuming that my daughter's ready. Let's do the good life. Gulp, says he with a gulp. My 7 objectives are: to be always ready to die, to make good and effective use of time, to develop and maintain good and sound life principles, to cultivate good emotional reactions, to perform good actions, to recognize my true limits and my true opportunities, and to do just one thing at a time, and do that thing slowly and deliberately and carefully. My 34 principles are: war, reason, homunculus, Anchorhold, the home of good and evil, the principle of purpose, the atomic principle, the principle of nature, the funny named principle, the pirate ride, the principle of maturity, the social principle, the principle of family, distraction, agency and the great indifference, the best seat in the house, temperance, life will not go well. I messed it up, didn't I? The horror show. That which must be born. The home of good and evil. No. The feast of offal. The best seat in the house. Now I'm back on track. The restless man. The path of wildness. The great life adventure. The risk of avoiding risk. Sin and damnation. Complete oblivion. The season of philosophy. Script writing. The bullseye aim. The uphill climb. Arena and utility. Nothing is enough. And the principle of fun. I think I got to the end. I don't think I missed any. It was a rather meandering, even circuitous route, wasn't it? Got a little twisted there in the middle, but I made it through. All right, the last thing to do now is to forecast the coming day. It's a Saturday, which means it's time for another reading of my book, Going Alone. So I'll be reading at the beach. So I'll finish up this, upload this, type up my words, read the Bible, starting the new chapter, Malachi, this morning. I'll then edit a page of Freeway Bible Study, my own book, one of my other books. Then I'll take care of the dogs, and then I'll pack up my stuff, and then I'll, maybe if there's time, I'll fire up the computer, update my blog, update my journal, and then head to the beach and do my book reading, come back, clean the house. Yumiko and I will go out and do our shopping, and hopefully have the afternoon free just to sit outside in my Adirondack chair and read. Sounds good. I wish you all the best. Be safe, but not too safe, and with that, my life is done, if not finished. See ya.